Trying to get the skin of your dream for a long time but can't get it in any way? On our website, you have a unique opportunity to get your favorite knife. Users on our site can hand out skins themselves, and participants need to fulfill some simple conditions. For example, watch a video or buy a case on our website. After that, you automatically become a member of the distribution. Go to the user giveaways tab and do what you like. Hellcase.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try SkinPlace. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom, instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant payouts. Skin plays.
Hello, we are going to be heading into the action very shortly here. Obviously, we are in the playing stage where we're kind of getting, into the action right at the start here. So I'm excited to see these teams. I'm excited to see kind of the runs that they make and whether they can get themselves to the Swiss stage. I feel like when you get to see these teams that are maybe a little bit unknown, a little bit unheard of, that's where you can see some real talent emerge, because where they haven't played on the big stage before, I feel like this is a real exciting time for some of these teams. But look, we're going to head straight into the rosters. We're going to have a little bit of a look at these teams, and I'm excited to see him. I think it's gonna be an exciting first game. As you saw in the when the time was ticking down, our first game is gonna be Astralis Talent, which I'm pretty excited for. So we'll bring up their roster first. Astralis Talent versus Wingman, obviously as mentioned before. But yeah, I think when you look at the play-in group stage part of Series 8. I think I'm pretty excited for it. But yeah, we'll just run through the vetoes. We'll get straight into it. Obviously for Astralis Talent, we've got Kier Croc, Ansji, Sen, and Suma. I think when you look at this roster, I feel like Croc's a player that's been pretty consistent. Obviously, they've made 2 recent roster changes in both Sen and Suma, and I think so far maybe haven't shown the results that they really hope. Obviously, Sen had a bit of a better game in their most recent game. I think it would have been in the Series 7. Against Passion UA, they got themselves obviously to the Swiss stage, so Astralis Talent is still a positive for them. They were still able to get through the play-ins previously, but sadly went out 0-3. At least they did get a map against Passion UA, a bit of a confidence booster for them. Obviously, though, on the flip side, we'll have a little bit of a look at the Wingman roster. I'm excited to see this team. I feel like there's many unknowns for this roster. I feel like there's very little information. But we've got Minor, Lamp, Shirt, Goose, and Lanes. I feel like for this team, they've got kind of, as I mentioned before, there's so many unknowns. And kind of the good thing about that is that Astralis Talent, they won't really have anything to go off. They're not going to have the greatest of knowledge regarding vetoes. They're not going to have the greatest knowledge regarding kind of play style. Yet where for Wingman, they can look through a lot of the Astralis Talent demos. Obviously, Astralis Talent, they're a team that have played a couple HLTV officials in the last couple of weeks, and it just shows that they are potentially the favoured team. I think it would be safe to assume that. Not only have they got themselves on a on an academy roster, but they've got that kind of support system around them, so I think that will be a real helping hand. Obviously, though, we've seen the rosters, we've seen the teams. Why don't we have a little bit of a look at the vetoes? Obviously, the vetoes being such an important factor for these teams, and kicking it straight off. We'll see the first 2 bans. I'm excited to see. I think Astralis Talent's first ban's pretty ornate, pretty simple. They are just going to be banning Dust. We haven't seen them play it. It's completely understandable. No Vertigo there for the likes of Wingman. Not a bad decision. I feel like Vertigo and Nuke being Astralis Talent's 2 strongest maps. I would have liked to see maybe them pick Nuke here, but in fact they've opted for Inferno. When you look at their recent result against Passion UA on Inferno, it wasn't the best of results. They did lose 13-6, but I feel like as well, you've seen them have really good results against the likes of Gen 1. They won 13-1 against them. They took it the distance against Aurora and Guns, posting 10 rounds. Still losses, but still, I would say positive results for them. The Mirage pick's an interesting one from Wingman. It's clear that they're going to be kind of just playing their own game. I feel like Mirage, it's the only map that we did see Astralis Talent take off Passion UA. So I think when you look at it like that, Astralis Talent, not only have they got their map selection on Inferno, but also they're looking pretty clinical on Mirage as well. And then Nuke being that final map, pretty scary, in fact, for Wingman, because if it does go the distance and it does go to Nuke, you look at the likes of Astralis Talent. They recently faced off against 9. That was about 2 weeks ago now, and they nearly took that map. They were nearly successful in taking that map against 9. It would have been, I think, yeah, they lost 13-11 on Nuke, then they lost 13-9 on Vertigo. But it has to be said, Astralis Talent, although there's been a couple losses for them, a lot of the games that we've seen from them on HLTV have been very close losses. So I think this Astralis Talent, they're kind of just
2-3 months away from kind of solidifying themselves, having a little bit more structure, and that really could be the difference maker. And I've been pretty impressed with this Astralis talent roster, because a lot of the time when you see an academy roster facing off against, these really big teams, these like top 40 EU teams, usually you just see complete domination. But in that game against Passion UA, I was actually really impressed. I feel like Passion UA, they are currently 40th in the world. And okay, yeah, Inferno, not the best of results. Ancient, not either, but they took a map off them. It's still a very impressive result. And seeing as Astralis talent are sitting at 160th, the fact they had the ability of taking a map off Passion UA is pretty impressive. So I'm excited to see this Astralis talent roster. I feel like they definitely are going to be advantaged, and especially after seeing the vetoes as well, because I think the vetoes only go their favour. As you can see though, we've still got the other side of the group, the Suspect versus Young Ninjas. That is going to be the game we are seeing later on today. Obviously, kicking things off with Astralis talent versus Wingman. I think when you look at it, I think it's kind of expected Astralis talent to take this, and then quite similarly, I think Young Ninjas should find it. Not to say that the Suspect aren't a decent roster. They definitely are. I feel like they've had some really good kind of individuals. When you look at players like Bledded, I think he's ex-Blink. Similarly with Valen, I feel like these players have had experience, but maybe just like not hit their peak, you'd hope to say. Obviously, it's not the youngest of teams. When you look at the Suspect, the average age 24 years old. Whereas for the likes of Young Ninjas and obviously Astralis talent as well, these are academy rosters. These are really, really young individuals that also do have that kind of support network, as we mentioned before. So I'm excited to see that second game. I think just the fact that we don't have much information on this Wingman team whatsoever, it makes things a little bit tough, because you don't really have the best of ideas of how things are going to go, really. But look, I think for Astralis talent, I think they've got to play what's in front of them. They've just got to hope to take this map convincingly, because look, I think if it goes as predicted, they're going to be facing off against the winner of the Suspect or Young Ninjas, and they're both teams that have shown decent results. I feel like this the Suspect roster especially, they're a team that have played at a decent level. The majority have kind of played for teams like AGO in the form of Dementor. Obviously, as I mentioned before, Blink. I'm actually quite interested to see. I reckon the Suspect have a really good chance, in fact, of qualifying just through the winners match. So I think Group A definitely has some excitement to show. I think what we will do, it seems like we have some slight technical issues. I think what we will do is jump to a short break within the hopes of everything being resolved shortly. finally heading into the action here on Inferno. There were some slight technical issues on one of the players' sides, but everything is now all sorted already. And look, Wingman, a lot of pressure on their side here, facing off against a strong opponent. Astralis Talent not going to make this easy here for Wingman. I do like the idea here from Astralis Talent. Plenty of players towards second mid, just holding towards bridge. They are going to slowly creep their way towards apartments, and it is Kier to attempt to try and unsettle here. CT setup's pretty conventional, kind of what we expected. The flash comes over the top there, thrown by Lamp, and Goose has been able to take this initial control, and with that contact coming through, Lanes will just back away. Utility coming over the top, that's the Moto Smoke coming through, the flash is brilliant. Lanes somehow not been found, and oh, he's able to find three. What is going on here? Suma will get the trade, but Cher so ready for that trade, so ready for that feed, and Cher will be able to find as well. But that is ridiculous. They would have heard Lanes drop down, they also would have known he's towards balcony, yet Astralis Talent completely overlooked that factor. Ridiculous that he's able to find three there. And Wingman, they start things off very nicely here. CT pistol, vital for them. Just the eco here from Astralis Talent. Looks as though they are going to slowly make their way towards Banana. Sent. Be the one leading the line, searching for the entry. Goose is just jiggling though, and timing on this nade could be everything. Lamp, he's got the nade in hand. Can send it out whenever. Utility going to be dumped down in just a second. A little bit of damage dealt by that HE, but the fact that it was 4 players, or 5 in fact, all close together, I think that HE could have done a lot more damage. Very minimal utility remaining here from Wingman. I think Astralis Talent's game plan has worked pretty nicely. Molly coming down, soon to realise that it is going to be this wrap through Moto. Oh, the tease. We'll be able to find a couple picks here. The question is whether Lamp is able to deny the plant, but I don't believe so. Nice find there at range. 2 on 3. Croc will find Minor here. It's all on Suma. Already a very impressive round from Astralis Talent. Not only do they get the bomb down, but they find 3 kills as well. That's really going to upset the finances here from the CTs. I like how Astralis Talent play that. They show that initial contact towards second mid, then make their way up Banana, and make their way back once again. But very impressive. Very, very impressive. And we can see limitations already in the form of that FAMAS on lanes. No warp in play here. Would have liked to maybe see one when you've got Suma, Croc, both with $800 odd in the reserve. And what could have been brought out. Interestingly, not opting for it. Feel like Inferno's a map where the AWP can be a little quiet on the T side. CT side, not as much. But look, you can see how well Astralis Talent are kind of dictating this game already. Just based on the amount of CT utility that's already been used. They've got 3 smokes, 2 mollies, a couple flashes. They haven't really got much control. And with the flashbang coming through, Goose could be sent in here. Oh, Astralis, they do not seem ready for this, not in the slightest. And this is going to be the go call for them to hit out towards A now. It is still this 3-on-2 on the A-bomb site. Contact's been taken here from Lane. Sher attempting to drop the Molotov is successful. The flashbang from Lanes is key as well. And with the final 2 players both towards short, Sher's going to be aggressing, and it's a great triple here from Sher. Wingman. Very nice round from them. That was the first investment here from Astralis Talent. It looked very poor. Just not ready for the retake flash to come through. Not in the slightest. The fact Cher can get that molly down, it interrupts Astralis Talents' game plan. And Wingman are looking far better than I think many expected. It's a very comfortable round for them to find. Does seem like we have had a bit of a disconnect coming through here, so hopefully for Wingman we'll see the return. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with how this game started off for Wingman, especially with them being the kind of the underdogs. Yeah, I think for Wingman, if they can kind of continue with this similar game plan, if they can kind of try and retake Banana and can get 2 kills and no trade, I think it'd be very impressive. It seems like Wingman, their kind of game plan is to set up the likes of lanes, Cher. Quite similarly, we saw Goose get that double there towards, obviously towards top Banana, I think. It seems like Wingman are kind of, they've got their individual stars on each bomb site and attempting to set them up for that success. All ready though. Casualties in that last round at a minimum for Wingman. Nice from Miner. No trade potential there, obviously, because Astralis Talent are making their way, in fact, towards the B bomb site. Oh, great shot from Krog. You gotta realise the Lamp is also towards CT here. Just what he can do, but the flashbang is good. He can find 3. The spacing is appalling here for Astralis Talent. Has retreated now. What's our Lamp? Oh, the spray transfer attempt could have been clinical. And she realises this is towards Banana, but Cher will find. Great triple in that one from Lamp. The amount of multi-kills that we're seeing from Wingman is ridiculous. We need to see better spacing and trading from Astralis Talent, but once we see that deep shot come through from Croc, it's not as though there's a smoke towards CT. They can easily fight here, but it's just so delayed. We need to see better here though from Astralis Talent. This is their map selection. And with Mirage, that second map, it's one of the CS classics. It's a very simple map. It's one of which strategies aren't too heavily involved. It's not as though you can kind of, you've got yourself a nuke or a vertigo where there's, you know, multiple levels in which you have to fight for. But so far, Wingman are looking very impressive. First off in play, wielded by Miner. Looking for any potential boost. The right approach. I've got a nade. Love to see a double nade coming through. In fact, they're going to send it towards Sandbags. Lands right on Goose. It's a perfect HE. Goose, he's trapped. He's isolated. Excellent from Astralis. Simple shot though for Miner. Drops the AWP as well. And once again, it's this triple B setup from Wingman. A lot of weight for both lanes and Cher. Still coming over. Flashbang. It's good, and the final player in Page just showed himself. A shot there from lanes. He's given up the game plan, given up the position. Suma can get the trade. 2 versus 3 here. And the finances for Wingman, they can just save. There's no need for them to go for this, and that is what we are going to be seeing. Right decision here for Wingman. So far, an important start for them.
something to mention, Astralis talent. It is seemingly their CT side of which they tend to get more rounds on, but interestingly, the win rate's not that much better. So Inferno usually a map that they're not in fact picking into. Bit of an interesting one. It's just whether Astralis talent can continue. I think so far Wingman been the far more dominant team. As mentioned, it will be the investment, but still Wingman have got money in the reserve. The Miner just sitting around 3k, similarly for Shet. Croc looks to be the one creeping close towards Banana. Lamp gonna be setting up for the retake utility. Smoke towards middle here. Deny the tease, but the util's good. Pulls his share back. Croc's in a great position, he has just spotted one. He can catch the ball, falling back, and Croc's double entry towards B. Rips apart this round, and Astralis talent got a great opportunity here. We've got Kit, he's close to the smoke, and his share emerges. Miner will get the eventual trade, but another two-man save to be seen here for Wingman. A much different approach here from Astralis talent. And the individual aggression there from Croc is exquisite. If both these players do save, I believe an investment can come through once again for Wingman. As Miner can drop both a rifle and an SMG. Cher can obviously invest in one himself. I don't mind the idea of the investment around this. I think it could be a big beneficial here. That's the decision, though, that Wingman have to make. It's just the fact that neither of them are really holding whatsoever. Seems far too easy for Croc. The problem for the Astralis talent side is a round like that very difficult to replicate, because it's all based off individual timing. It's all based off kind of Wingman being a little too relaxed about that. Smoke towards yellow. Flashbang comes over. Ooh, I don't know if they've just spotted Goose. Clearly not. Suma holding for Cher's aggression. Gonna be spoiler in just a moment, and Suma's crosshair placement is excellent. We have finally got the first round where Astralis talent are the ones building the AWP, but Lanes will find him. Swing comes through, and Lanes goes 2 for 1 there. Oh, Miner has rotated in with the AWP. Quick enough. Croc will get one. Oh, Croc's so well prepared there. The bomb can now go down. Against the AWP, not the end of the world. Flashbang is good. Smoke's gonna come down as well. The big gap for Miner to work with. Will get one. Sen has crossed here towards Graveyard. Problem here for Miner. Still sitting behind this smoke. Gotta take a big risk. Has got the defuse kit. Miner gonna be clearing. Oh! What am I watching? He just gets the jumping no-scope. What? He goes for the initial no-scope, then he just has to back up. Well, he kind of just takes his gun out and then puts it back away. I'm so confused. He gets the shot, but he loses the round. What have I just watched? I'm so flabbergasted at that kind of retake, that final moment. Doesn't really make much sense. In these last couple rounds, Croc's had a lot of impact. Only 8 and 6. Got the same amount of kills as the rest of his team combined. So this is where Astralis talent, the rest of the guys have got to step up at some point soon. It can't just all be upon Croc. Obviously, as we mentioned, Croc is the top performing player of this side, but there needs to be a little bit more consistency amongst the rest. Seems as though, once again, there are some slight technical issues. Not too sure as to which side, but look, very, very important. Very important that Astralis have kind of found the last couple rounds. I think they've kept things competitive here. Obviously, it was that 4-round streak from Wingman. As you can see, though, back into the action here. Just going to be the half-buy here from Wingman. Finally, the finances for the CTs have been broken. Speaking of finances, the money for Astralis talent right now is looking pretty strong. Sam, the only player, won't be able to buy. Very aggressive. It's a wonderful call from Astralis talent. If they do look to head their way out towards B, just defended by Goose. And she slowly having a little bit of a look. Ollie on the porch. Space has been taken here. They are going to look to make their way here towards A. They're going to go into the crunch. This could be very problematic now. With this smoke down, could try and get a player towards CT. Could try and make their way through. Oh, slowly we're going to be seeing Kier clearing. Lamp. Just whether he's prepared. Ready. Oh, Lamp will get one. Kills are going back and forth. Oh, Lane's on the back of the bomb site with a deagle in hand. They're struggling to take him down. Just a Glock. But Suma will find. Already though. Rounds come close. 3 casualties occurring here for Astralis talent. Weapon can be picked up. With the smoke coming down, I think it is quite evident it's just going to be the save. So Astralis talent, they can level things up 4-4 now. As expected with Inferno, the save simulator map, we are going to be seeing this kind of detail. I feel like this is just what happens on Inferno. Doesn't make for the most of exciting games, but Map 2 being Mirage is where excitement can unfold. And as expected, they do level it up. Astralis talent, 4 in a row for them now. We'll have Miner back out in the orb. You could see the impact that Miner had when wielding the big green. A real difference maker. I believe he was 1 and 2, then got the orb out. Now 6 and 2. Maybe 1 and 1. I'm not too sure, but he had a tough start. Second he brought out the orb. Things were working nicely. Initial util coming down here from Wingman towards B. Nice nade there onto Kit. good, and Croc once again, he can get the first. Spotted Goose could have tried to get him on the escape. Has spot him again. Croc has been excellent at opening things up here towards B. There is still another player to deal with, and that's Sen. Needs to get his gun out. Even though he was late, he's still fine. Share's going to be devastated lanes. We'll find the late lurk of Suma. And it's just going to be this save, but Kit is so fast here. He can find the orb so easily. Freebie. Knife in hand, Miner now. Important shot onto Kit. Croc's in a deep position as well. Croc, instant headshot there. Croc has been instrumental for this Astralis talent roster. Once again, opening things up towards the B-bomb site is very impressive. The fact that Sen can get the second one is it's pretty nuts. I think Share should have only been the one to find that kill. With no weapons being saved here from Wingman, we're expecting to see a bit of a half-bite. Early flash towards middle from Astralis talent. Zuma gonna be creeping his way. Yeah, for the rifle on lap, and we'll be able to find Croc here. Sent. Return fire. Set up here in brackets, it's nice. Great D shot from Share. Util coming over the top. Suma needs to be very cautious. Close by, will clear, no trade. 3 on 3. And this is where Goose needs to take a bit of a gamble. Don't mind the idea here from Astralis talent. Gonna fade the smoke, maybe go towards CT here. I would love to see this. We've got time to work with. Lanes is going to be peeking. All timing is everything with the missed shots. Devastating. Nice find from Suma. We'll find Goose. Damage dealt there, so not too bad for the side of Wingman. Astralis talent, that's a 6-round success rate. It seems Wingman, okay, yeah, got the early portion. Astralis talent, they've had very good reads as of recent, and individuals as well. Croc has been brilliant at finding these openers. It's something that Wingman need to try and kind of prepare for, because Croc can just so simply find these picks. Oh, they push through the Molotov, but Lamp and Goose, the aggressive nature working out perfectly. Right, look at deep smoke is devastating. Allows the fight. Miner just going to be falling back. It is going to be this aggression now towards the B-bomb site. Ansji needs to try and bait out the shot. Miner holding. Still coming down. There is still flashes, but the peek from Ansji is just so easy for Miner to read into. And now Share spamming through. Suma 1 versus 3. We'll go back, retrieve the bomb. Brought it to that 1 versus 2. Both players towards oh, they are going to be peeking, and although Suma hardly spots, not prepared for lanes there. Wingman, they win the clutch. Does come down to the wire ever so slight. And with the money not being perfect here for Wingman, just the one survivor's a bit tough. And the money for Astralis talent is brilliant. It's excellent. We could see a 7-5 scoreline, and all things considered, Wingman, they started off this game with a 4-0 start. The fact they've only been able to find one round since is not the greatest for them. Yuso coming down towards bottom banana. T's not phased by it, not in the slightest. Already so much utility has been used here from Wingman towards banana, and no control taken. There is a kit in play on Miner, so at least if Wingman lose it on site, they can still opt for a slower played retake. Util towards A, kind of forcing the hand. The CTs still play up the balcony, always been spotted. Here with the information of all three now towards A. And that's going to force the utility to come down here towards the bomb site. Flashbangs need to be good. The player up on the boost. Oh, Croc finds one. Lamp will get a pick on the boost, but drop down to 17 points of health. And Croc now very deep. Find Lamp with ease. Will be able to do so. And now he's got himself in a very good position, but it's the final round here. They're going to be going for this. As mentioned before, we've got a kit on Miner. Flashbang into Ruins. No one there, though. Croc to take contact, and the swing to come through from Angie. It works out perfectly. It's all on lanes. He's getting flanked by Kier. And Kier might not even be needed, but the fact they've all gone to Ruins, Kier will find. So look, Astralis talent. They go 4-0 down. They win the half 7-5. A very nice response from them. This is obviously their map selection, so I think we were kind of expecting success here from Astralis talent, but when we saw that initial 4-0 start, I was very, very impressed by the likes of Wingman. They looked excellent, but it was those big plays, it was those kind of big moments and poor trading from Astralis talent, but they've kind of ironed out those mistakes now, and that's where you can see the inadequacies of Wingman. Pistol round here. Obviously we saw Wingman victorious in the last. Plenty of players towards B. Kier has now spotted. That's got an HE grenade to work with. Such a slight decision, but he's got two nades here. Ooh, so much damage dealt to Goose. I really like the idea as well that Kier doesn't pick up the nades when he's looking for that initial pick, because he knows, look, if I go down, that's one nade lost. It's one nade given away. So they're just both dropped in the corner. I really like it. It is going to be this retake through Ruins, and this could be a little bit damaging, a little bit devastating, and as expected, Goose finds two. No casualties in that round for Wingman. An excellent pistol. Both pistols now going the way of Wingman. Very impressive stuff from them, it has to be said. Okay, a much better performance to what we expected here from Wingman. With them being that kind of unknown entity. The fact they have shown so much promise so far in Inferno. I'm excited for map number 2, to be honest, because Mirage is a map that we've seen success stories, obviously, from the likes of Astralis talent. We saw them take that map against Passion UA, a team that are currently 40th right now. Is the force buy here from Astralis Talent? It's a force buy and a B stack. I don't love this decision, I have to be honest. I think if they maybe had a scout towards CT or kind of a better weapon and maybe an MP9, I'd feel a little bit more confident. But the fact it's just pistols here with limited utility. Very worrying. Does seem like Wingman, though, we're going to have a little bit of a look, a little bit of a probe here towards the B-bomb site. This is where I'd actually really like Anstey to not show his hand here, not go for the peak, because once they see the Deagle, they know it's going to be the Force. Because there was no kills found from Astralis Talent. It's not as though a player got a double kill, so they could, you know, opt to bring out a Deagle, no armor. So, yeah, I would have really liked to see more of a passive approach, but it seems like they're going to drop the smoke. Astralis Talent could, in fact, just take a bit of a gamble. Kit will spot here. Going to send out the nade. Smoke again, in fact. Damage been dealt. Kit will go down, though, will fall. And the final four Astralis Talent players just going to be saving on the B-bomb site. Look, Wingman, though, they're going to be able to find a pretty comfortable 7th and potentially even an 8th, as it will be just these pistols in play in the next once again. As mentioned, though, Wingman, they've leveled up the game.
Terrorists win.
As mentioned, though, it's just going to be these pistols that were saved across from the last.
Don't really expect all that much success. And so they will have enough to get an AWP out in the next, and I think that could be a real difference maker here for Astralis Talent. They can somehow steal away a victory in this round. Be very impressed, but the lead should be taken once again here from Wingman. Care. Just going to be dropping the smoke. Trying to delay once again. The bomb looks as though it's going to make its way. 2 flashes sent here. So Kier will know, in fact, there are 2 players still close towards Banana. The bomb's going to make its way back towards B. Oh, in fact. It's going to be this A play, but... And she's taking some contact. They are, in fact, going to make their way towards A. Okay, Astralis Talent, this could be a very possible round for them. They just don't need to show. They don't need to face anymore. They've done a very good job of luring them in. Util going to be coming down, but Goose finds one. Oh, the flash not good enough. Send will get a pick. Send doubles down. In fact, the 5-7 looking very nice. Share will eventually spot. And it leaves it all down to Kit. With that stack coming through, I expected far more there for Astralis Talent. Just didn't pan out well for them.
mentioned, the AWP is in play now for Angie. He's had a bit of a tough game, currently 5 and 9. Usually a player that can be relied upon. He's gone a little quiet. Smoke fades and Miner finds. Important opener here. And the game is slowly slipping away from Astralis talent. That opening pick being found, things become a little tough, a little difficult. Making their way onto the A-bomb site. Kira only going 1 for 1. 2 versus 3 here, but it does seem Croc and Suma, they want to give this one a bit of a go. Ooh, great nade from lanes on to Suma there. There's an boiler though. Last kind of position you need to be in. Oh, they dropped the smoke so they can save the AWP. I like it. Very creative. But Wingman do secure themselves their 9th. This is not looking great for Astralis talent. A loss in this next round could be disastrous. It is the investment though from Astralis talent. Couple Thermases in play. Sen and Croc with a little bit of money to work with here. Major. Rest time of this nade is going to be very good. The damage inflicted to Goose Miner and Share. Vital. Molly coming down. Croc just jump spotting. It's been heard. Landing. Flashbang thrown, and it's brilliant. Goose, he has been spotted. Oh, the return flashes! Sorry, Croc is so prepared for it. He is so ready for that flash to come through. And it leaves Lane and Miner 2 versus 5. But Lane's is double, gives them that chance, gives them that opportunity. With Miner falling, that is the bomb carrier, and Kier as well can take him down. Oh, double up. Oh no, big mistake. They were conversing. Oh, look, you saved the AWP. I'll keep an AK. Wasn't communicated good enough. So we have got a double AWP in play. It will be wielded by Suma here. But an accidental double AWP I hate. A decided one. That's where things can work well. Magic here. You two are coming over. Flash thrown by Suma, nothing spotted. Deep smoke from Croc. That's banana taken there from Astralis talent. They could in fact just leave Suma posted up on the AWP. He's got the utility as well to delay and defend here towards B. Croc is going to be pushing through. Is taken. Back away is vital. Now realizing, yeah, they can just leave the AWP and rotate players across. It is going to be this A play now. Angie posted up here towards short. Could see a boost over the smoke potentially. I think that's the idea. Just the leg there. Apps player can find. Oh, not the greatest from Sen. He's dealt damage to Lamb as well. The rotation's going to come in through Kier and Croc. We have got an HE grenade from Sen as well, and that'll deal a lot of damage here. 2 players towards short, trying to catch him out, and they are found. Miner all alone in the 1 versus 4, up in hand. Attempting now, but the discipline from Astralis talent is key. No need for them to peek, no need for them to fight, but we will see the round found there by Astralis Talent. Tac pause, all three have been used now for Wingman. Astralis Talent still feeling confident, not needing to use them already. Already though, it's been an exciting Inferno down to this 9-9 scoreline. Astralis Talent with the expected opportunity to take the lead, with it being just an eco in play. We do have a hero AK for Miner. This does mean there won't be able to be an AWP in play, I believe, so a weapon that Miner's build well. Might not be able to stay that next round. Potentially one of the final weaponry investments here. At least one of the most important for Wingman. Ooh, the jiggle from Kier, the timing is everything. Send through. Oh, the double step was brilliant, but Miner rips it apart. Sen can't fight or post it up. They're going away, there's still two players here. Sen getting a bit from the department, but Sen attempting how many shots for Ange? Angie will find the pick eventually, but far too many bullets fired there. Astralis Talent getting themselves the 10th, finally achieving double digits here. So far, it has to be said, it's not been the easiest map for Astralis Talent. Players like Sen has stepped up, Sumer and Kier as well, doing their job, but Anzu really struggling so far, it has to be said. Currently 7 and 12, and it's not as though the AWP hasn't been allowed to be brought out. We've seen Angie with the AWP in hand quite frequently. Sen turning from the flash, and Sen, lovely double there. Problem is, Angie is going to struggle to back away, has been able to do so. Ticks of the Molotov coming through, utility having to rain down. Kier sending out the flash, and Kier coming to his teammate's aid. Blue spotted Goose dropping out, but Kier, what a round! He finds 3, low HP. Obviously, damage was dealt from both Ange and Sen, but Kier to rotate in and clear things up. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, brilliant stuff that. Astralis Talent, they find themselves their 11th and soon to be 12th, as it is just the Deagles finally settled here on Inferno, it seems to be said. Flap now looking to get a bit aggressive here from second mid into brackets. Utility coming down, great shot from Croc. Croc has been really good for this Astralis Talent side. I'm excited to see kind of the heights of which this individual can get himself to, because I think when you look at it, Croc is just as an individual currently sitting on a 1.11 rating for the last 3 months, and some of the teams that he's been facing off against have been pretty incredible. You know, 1.11 when, you know, it was a loss to Guns, it was a loss to Passionate, a loss to Aurora, a loss to 9. You know, in the 6 most recent matches, they've played against very top teams, all within the CCT. So I think for Astralis Talent, even with them kind of having heavy losses and kind of disappointing results, Croc has still got very impressive individual statistics. Potential final round here of Inferno. Oh, Croc
Hoping for an opener, but the HE damage is brilliant. And he can find one, searching for that second. Another HE raining down, and Croc finds himself a second. 20 kills have been achieved. A perfect performance here from the Dane. And she, lucky to be alive there, just gets the tag. Oh, I do like the idea here from Croc. He drops the smoke, in fact. He knows he kind of wants to take a bit of an aggressive play. Oh, boost above this. I don't mind it. Flashbang coming through. Double push through long. Will eventually find, and now it's all on Miner and Lamp. Both towards top banana. Croc has got a smoke to work with. Can send it down. Looks like he might just want to push through the smoke, and it's all going to be about timing for Croc. Kind of being held, and timing is excellent for Lamp. Exactly what's needed. Flash comes through, but the flash is, has to be said, the flash is awful. Nice find though, and she gets one. Oh, and she tapping through with the tech. Drops down Lamp to 8 HP. And Lamp now just tucks himself away towards Pool. Holding towards CT. So prepared, but Anstey will find enough time for the defuse. And Astralis Talent, they take map 1, Inferno. Their map selection is a success story.
Counter-terrorists win.
As mentioned as well, Astralis Talent, the second map of the series, obviously being Inferno. We talk about Inferno being Mirage. We talk about Mirage being a map that they've shown signs of success on in the past, and they've had kind of good results against decent teams. So I'm excited to see what Astralis Talent can bring to a Mirage, whether we are going to be seeing a 2-0, and I'm excited for it. I think Wingman showed a lot of signs of success, but look, it sadly just wasn't enough. Even with the winning both pistol rounds, just wasn't enough to take Inferno. Obviously, Mirage being that second map, we are going to be looking forward to it, but it is going to be something we are seeing very shortly after the break.
sick of just opening cases? Join the event. At each event, you can find special cases from which tokens fall. Tokens are your ticket into a world of unique awards. For tokens, you can buy a skin, premium, or special balance. Try your luck in the skin generator. Also, you can leave your tokens at the token vault. And the more tokens you keep, the better skin you'll get. Add variety to opening cases with Hellcase.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try Skin Place. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom! Instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant payouts. Skin Place.
Heading back into the action of our second map of the first series. Obviously, we did see Astralis Talent take things on Inferno. It was their map selection. It did become a little bit difficult for them. Obviously, we saw a bit of a back and forth. You know, it went kind of 7 to 8, 8 to 8, 9 to 8. You know, a bit back and forth. But obviously, Astralis Talent, they do take it in the end. With it being their map selection, though, we kind of expected them to find it. Mirage up and coming, though. And I think it's a map that could have some quite interesting twists and turns, because it's been selected by Wingman. It's clearly a map they're comfortable on, but similarly, we've seen success stories from Astralis Talent against some big rosters here on Mirage. So I think realistically, Astralis Talent have got a very strong chance to close this game out in a 2-0 fashion. I think as well, if it does go to Nuke, it's a map that Astralis Talent are very, very good on. You look at their recent results, and it's, you know, a 50% win rate, and potentially could even have been a 75, as their game against 9 went the distance. It was a 13-11. So I think when you look at it like that, I think Astralis Talent, they looked very, very good. And it has to be said as well, a player that didn't really step up as much as needed was Ansg. I think he's a player normally that can have a lot of impact, usually kind of that second performer while wielding the orb, obviously second to Croc, who had an incredible game on Inferno. But yeah, I think when you look at it, I think Mirage is going to be a map that I'm pretty interested in, because I think based off just recent results, based off the form on Inferno, I think Astralis Talent definitely going to be the ones to take it, because it was both pistol rounds going the way of Wingman. 5 out of their 9 rounds, in fact, were success stories just based off the pistol. Obviously, because we saw Astralis Talent force after losing the T-pistol, and then they kind of had another round where they had 5-7s as well. It was, you know, just the fact that 5 out of their 9 rounds, all from the pistol rounds, it just goes to show that, you know, you take those pistol rounds away, we're looking at a 13-4 scoreline. And that's where you can really see that this game was a little bit more one-sided than initially thought of. But I'm expecting we're going to be going into the action now. Mirage going to be underway. Astralis Talent expected to be starting on that CT side, as Mirage is becoming a lot more CT-sided. But look, been told we're going to be heading into it soon. I'm excited for it. I think when you look at the recent results, yes, there's a victory against Passion UA, but also you look at some of the other games. There's been some dominant losses here for Astralis Talent. So, look, you can look at it both ways. I think Mirage, a map they're going to be happy to play. They're going to be confident about playing it. We mentioned those pistol rounds, and the fact that Wingman seemingly have the one-up throughout. Lamp going to be sending out the smokes and flashes as well, and B-bomb site defended just by 1. It's just by Sen. A lot of pressure coming his way. Surely to go down here. Cher will find. Oh, Cher dealing a lot of damage to Energy as well. Oh, emerges through the smoke. Cher doing a lot of work here. I'll be honest, the pistol rounds have been absolutely incredible from Wingman. Something that they've clearly put in a lot of kind of weight towards. when it comes just to individual ability as well, it seems like Wingman very prolific, very good on these pistols. So Astralis talent gonna be opting for the Force based off the investment we're seeing from Croc. I'd really like to see Angie drop over a Deagle to Kier and then play the Scout. It would keep his money decent for when they want to get their first weaponry investment and can get out the AWP, but that is exactly what we're seeing. In fact, Croc dropped over a Scout. We've got 2 Scouts in play. Only 3 sets of armor, though. Ooh, it's a very heavy A hit. Sen, just jump spotting, has eventually got that information. It's going to be another B hit. Oh, Sen will get one before falling, but the rotations are going to be so slow. It's surely just going to be a save hit. Yeah, looking for something. Coming on the shot so close there. It will just be the save. And once again, Astralis talent. These force spikes haven't worked out all too well for them. And to be honest, the triple stack A, you understand it. But Wingman, that fast pop there towards the B bomb site, very nice. Completely catches off guard. Sen. The fact he can find one's good, but a Molotov would have been far better. Could have delayed, could have given some time for those rotations. Just didn't come through, did they?
Terrorists win.
Expected 2-0 start and potential for a third as well, with this just being kind of a weaker weapon investment. Obviously, it'd be incredible if Astralis talent are successful in this round. Wingman is looking, they're playing this like a scrim. You know what, let's work on our B hits. We're just going to go fast towards B every round. And Astralis talent heavily kind of showing pressure towards the A bomb site. Wingman, I actually really like this. I think Astralis talent, they've kind of seen 2 B rushes, they're not going to be expecting a third. Send in a good position, though, needs to find the Mac 10. It's successful, but cannot back away. Share will eliminate. Wingman seem to pivot, though. They're going to make their way back towards middle through underpass. I think because of the deep position there from Sen, Wingman potentially just expecting, look, probably a player still on the B bomb site, possibly just boosted him up. Just because he was so fast there. They'll slowly make their way up. Connector, but Cher, one tapping, takes down Angie. Cher's had a really good start to this game so far. Double ramp setup is currently in play, and with Croc finding that pick. Oh, information on the next. Just going to be tagging here the attempt for the weapon. Okay. Croc, 1 HP now. Oh, Croc will be able to get another tag. Nice find from Kim with Suma swinging from ramp. It puts Miner in this 1 versus 2 scenario. Bomb's been dropped. Oh, the tag is key. Deep Molotov, which Kira is playing in front of, and the missed scout shot Miner will find. Will be victorious, but a costly round here for Wingman. It's unfortunate that if the weapon was retrieved towards Ram, I think we're seeing a very different round. Astralis talent with a far better chance for success that sadly wasn't to be. Lamp just playing quite passively here towards Ramp. Wants to kind of keep this control, but also similarly he realizes, look, we've been playing quite fast towards B. We can maybe expect a bit of a fast push here from our opponents on the A bomb site, whether towards Ramp. So I don't mind it. I think it is the right decision here. Just holding off, just awaiting for that aggression. Miner posted up on the orb, but Angie will find, and Angie doubles down. Orb in hand, and success to be seen. I mentioned that Angie had a bit of a tough time of things on Inferno, but far better here. Kier's positioning, so difficult for Goose to be aware of that. And that is a very impressive round, it has to be said. Not only from the orb of Angie, but the rest of the guys as well. The type of performance that needs to kind of be continued here for Astralis talent. Straight away, it's just the eco here. Lamp with not much money in the reserve, though. It's going to make things a little bit difficult for the next couple rounds. Nice nade. Plenty of players here, and the spray is good. The transfer attempt made. Nice there from Croc to find 3.
Counter-terrorists win.
And we will see that stabilization. Nothing too major, nothing too worrying there for the Danish side of Astralis talent. So far, so good though. Has to be said. I think the performance that we're currently seeing is one that Astralis talent, they're going to want to keep on continuing. I think their CT side is one of which a lot of teams are going to be impressed by. It's their kind of heavily favoured side as well. Their T side very poor. 25% round win percentage on it. Not quite enough. Not really the best of performances. Bit of a back and forth here towards middle, of which the T's come out of it on top. It is now, it's 2 versus 3. Problem is the players are quite far away for this retake. Definitely not going to be an easy one. An important kind of resurgence here from Wingman. Astralis talent were looking comfortable on their CT side. I think Wingman realised that we've got to resettle, but Angie, okay. He's got a Molotov as well, going to send it towards Ramp. He's got a triple so far in this round, but Miner still tucked away here. Smoke on the bomb could make things a little bit unsettling. Time ticking though. A knife attempt through the smoke, and he will find it. Pretty simple, pretty expected. Nothing too fancy. And Wingman, that T-side's looking far better than many expected. Once again, though, the pistol round has helped them out massively. Weaponry investment obviously to come through from the CTs. I don't know if they're going to be too well prepared here for the fact that the AWP is once again in play for Angie. It is currently still sitting towards window. Croc feeling the force of the HE grenade. Oh, Goose is so close here. Going to be aware of Croc. The flash is good, and Croc blinded. Goose finds. And Goose's double is instrumental here. Absolutely incredible. Nice find from Lamb. Realization that aggression is going to have to come through at some point here. This is a very different look at what Wingman can offer. Opening portion of that round just works so nicely for them. The fact they get that early information as well is brilliant. Wingman certainly have seemed to settle. With this being their map selection, I think we all know Wingman, they want to gain some success. They want to ensure that they can kind of show up when called upon. I think as well, an important thing to mention is this Wingman team, there's a lot of unknowns, there's a lot of uncertainties, and the fact that they are putting up a decent performance so far in Mirage against a very strong roster, one of which have kind of shown themselves, proved themselves against top opponents. I think it's a performance that can't go unnoticed. If they can continue here, could be heading to Nuke, and don't get me wrong, it's not something that was completely out of the ordinary, completely unexpected, but I think just because of what Astralis talent have shown in the past, I really wasn't too sure of that we'd even get to see Nuke, but nice opener from Miner. Just posted up now, and with the knowledge that Astralis talent, they're the ones who have got to make their next move. But yeah, what we've seen so far has been really, really good here. I think it's a situation not many would be expecting, and especially the players on the Astralis talent roster. I think they've been unpleasantly surprised with how things have gone. It's just that half buy, but it's less about winning the round, it's more about whether Astralis talent can kind of get themselves some economic damage on their opponents. Main aim of the game here for them. Nice tap there from Goose, okay. Very nice stuff there. Ooh, Hanshi with the D, we'll find. They're gonna know that the orb's here as well. Might look to try and take down the AWP and alleviate the unnecessary investments. Taking his way. They're both in middle and they've both been spotted. A costly round this has become to be.
Terrorists win.
As you will go down to the bomb, but not the biggest of issues. Not the end of the world. But this is a 4-round lead and a very, very strong start here. Type of performance, I think, the likes of Astralis talent are going to want to forget about quite soon. I think it has to be said. It really has to. If Wingman can continue, if they can kind of have a really dominant result in Mirage, they can bring that confidence across the Nuke, and Nuke's a bit of an unknown for both sides. We really don't know kind of the strengths and weaknesses of either team, as just the sample size is not quite enough to understand. I think here, though, Astralis talent, they realise this is probably their best opportunity to close things out in that 2-0 fashion. Not even just about closing out in a 2-0 fashion, just the possibility of victory here. Look, Wingman, they've looked good so far. A lot of these rounds have come close, and with that half-buy being just the one survivor, a win here for Astralis talent can break the finances of their opponents. Nice attempt there. Miner boosted up and hoping for success. facility. Raining down here, but Goose is going to be creeping close. Ooh, the timing is excellent. Just as Croc backs away, there's going to be this aggression out towards the A-bomb side though, and Croc needs to be cautious, but the flashbang is good. He will get one. Can't double down though. Important trade from lanes. Kit will find. Still a player in middle to deal with. That is Goose. Oh, mine are so prepared. Oh, he just puts the bucket, but the missed shot is devastating. We'll find. He's gone 2v4 to 2v2 within a matter of seconds. And Kier's been chipped away at. No flashbangs, no molly. Deep flash to come through. Sen. Oh. We saw Goose creep a little bit deeper there in CT. Would have had a bit of a freebie. But Wingman. This is a round they never should have won. And the fact they can take it now is pretty ridiculous. There is an HE grenade in play here on Goose. I'd love to see him send it towards Kier. It's a well-placed nade. Could find him. Know that he's still here. Oh, the smoke towards ramp can make things a little bit difficult. As his teammate will be isolated, but the swing is good! Free transfer attempts, but Minor fine secures his second. That was a 4 versus 2 there. And somehow Wingman take it. Astralis talent. A very, very poor kind of pre-plant. No need to push through that smoke. Just give Minor that easy pick. Has to be said, it's a little bit disappointing. Especially with Astralis talent being the favourites here. Ooh, mine has been posted up pretty imminently, and the fact that we've got a player in ladder, something they might not be expecting. Ooh, double MP9s towards ramp. Works nicely here. Great shot from Angie. Angie stepped up massively. I mentioned he's had such a slow Inferno. It's only 11 and 5. Really taking kind of Croc's success of Inferno and attempting to replicate it here on Mirage. But it's the fact he's 11 and 5 and Astralis talent, they're losing 7 to 2. Potentially even 8 to 2 here. I think what we saw as well from Wingman right at the start, that kind of back-to-back B rush. I think the calling from Wingman's been good, but this one's not going to be so easy. It could just be Croc to take that contact. Ooh. Frank coming through. No peeking. T's aren't going to be ready for this, not in the slightest. Going to line them up, and he will find 2. No scope comes through, but it's all on Minor. A 1 versus 5, but he will find his second. Needs to try and retrieve the bomb. Spotted. Oh, Croc will take him down. An important round there, it really was. Astralis talent, they denied Wingman finding 8. And similarly, they put another round on the board. The fact this half could end 7 to 5 is pretty ridiculous, but Astralis talent is kind of the performance they need. They kind of need to get themselves a 5th. With this being the 4th spot as well from Wingman. A loss here, just the 1.9k in the reserve. That's the problem with losing these half buys though. They mess with the finances massively. Very passive here now from Wingman. I think they wanted to take that initial fight. Sen is up close here, but not been checked. Oh, Sen is in such a good position. Sen, what he can do. Oh, nothing. Okay, sure finds him. Bit of a back and forth in middle, but Minor finally strikes. 2 versus 3 now. The bomb is dropped. And, oh, and she can find it. And she can try and deny. I don't know if these steps would have been heard. Minor is holding. This is all going to be about timing. And she doesn't actually need to peek. He's going to be clearing. Slowly. Oh, I don't know what to think about this. This is the bomb. Minor's going to be creeping. Minor might not even have a look. He's not going to spot out Angie. Oh, Timing. He finally sees him, but the orb's going to post. Oh, no, it's not. Suma now needs to find if he can take down Shed. It's really incredible. There's the first. Can't deny it. Oh, in fact, the bomb's gone down. But look where Lamp is. Currently towards short. Smoke has landed. Needs to get in front of it, but he will find one beforehand. Jumps out, but actually finds an Astralis talent. They deny it once again for their opponents to find 8.
Counter-terrorists win.
Nice find. Big trade from Angie. Oh, the scout shot comes through. How has Suma got 1 kill there? Mine should have been taking him down instantly. Man advantage now for Astralis talent somehow. The tag comes through. Miner will get 1, but Kier's trade is instant. Final player crossing. Astralis talent somehow end that half with 5. It was just a half by victory, completely unsettling the finances. Important half here now for Wingman. They did win both of the pistols on Inferno, and they've got the opportunity to win both of the pistols here on Mirage as well. Very passive pistol hit. It is going to be this crunch towards the A-bomb site. Suma will find. Suma able to find 2 here. And finally, it looks like Astralis talent got a chance at a pistol, but that's the bomb falling. Minus just given these isolated fights. Suma and Angie 1 HP. What have I just witnessed? Just the over-aggression, the unnecessary kind of peaks and pushes. Lamp will find. Still, it's going to be a very, very tough 1 versus 2 for Suma. Needs to hit the headshot, but Goose takes him down. Yeah, Astralis talent. I'll be honest, it's a very poor decision there. They find the opening picks. He goes a little bit back and forth. I think it's a 4-on-3 at one point. But they just peek into Miner for no reason. There's no benefit for it. There's no kind of justifiable reasoning for the pushes here. What's the game? They need to plant the bomb. They've got full control of the bomb site, but they're just so hungry for these kills, and potentially for why Astralis talent have been struggling on these pistols, because it's the unnecessary decisions. We are going to be seeing an attempt at a mid-take, but Miner finds through the smoke, accompanied by his HE grenade. Going to be this pop out towards the B-bomb side lanes. Will get 1 before falling. The positioning here of Goose can take his time, realizing, you know what, let's just confirm a kill. And he can confirm some more. Miner's rotation in as well. Gets himself his second. That was a force again from Astralis talent. I'll be honest, when it comes to the pistol rounds, Astralis Talent, not only are they giving up the pistol, they're then going for the force, which they're losing, and then it's an eco in which they are losing again. So Wingman are going to be getting 6 rounds on, or just off the back of every start. It just goes to show the kind of the difficulties and the unnecessary forces that we're seeing from Astralis Talent, because the fact that Wingman now, they're going to find 10 rounds, 3/5 of which have just been gained off the pistol. Not to be too blunt, but I think Astralis Talent need to change their decision making when it comes to the pistol rounds. I think also when it comes to force buys, because success isn't found off of the back of them. Just go for the eco. There's no benefit. If they were really clinical on those kind of Tech 9 investments, Mac 10's in play, then I'd kind of sympathise with it and I'd understand, but it's just not worked out well, and this round's going to go pretty poorly. We've got an MP9 in the back line. That will find Sen, that's the bomb, and that's the round done. As expected, things will fall into place here for Wingman. They can get themselves double digits. They're aware of Suma's position as well. Not really much you can do. What is that? That is so cheeky! I'll be honest, I've probably watched a 1,000 maps of Mirage and I've never seen that before. Is that like a new hidden change, or is that something that Miner only knows? I have no clue. But very nice there. I like that. Anyone in their Mirage pugs trying to deal with a player top boxes, there you go. Minus had a very good game though, he's currently 19-7. Player that's fallen a little short here in Mirage is Croc, and being kind of the one-man team on Inferno, the fact he's fallen so short here is a bit of a disappointing statement to be said. Look, don't mind it. Although maybe not had the best of times on Inferno, it was an important piece. It's just the fact he has just dominated here on Mirage. I like the idea here. It's going to be a pop through this stairs smoke. They've got utility to work with as well, and I think once it fades, that's when we'll see some form of aggression. Clears towards stairs. Molly going to be coming through in jungle. Oh, the Molly forces Sher back. And in fact, the reason that here goes down, somehow Sher can find 2, but Suma's aggression out of Palace will gain him 1. Miner currently playing towards Ticket, just posted Palace in the hopes of a peek, but nothing been shown. Nice discipline there from Suma. Great flash there. Retake coming through. Nice 1-for-1. Basuma, what a round he's had. 3rd kill found and searching now for his 4th. Repositioned back under balcony. Goose has just cleared this. He's never going to expect it, and that's why he's staring Palace. Suma, nice 1v2. Gets the 4K as well.
Important round for Astralis Talent. They deny 11 found here for Wingman. Lamb will get 1, but Sumer and Sam, big picks here. Croc now peeking. Kier with a chance to take him down. Kier was in a very deep position, unknown. Nice from Croc. The double there might gain some confidence, as it has been a bit of a tough one here. It's going to be the eco for Wingman. 8th could be found. Astralis Talent, if they're victorious in their next kind of weapon v weapon buy, this is where they can level things up 10 to 10. Goose has invested in a Deagle, and with it just being a 2-loss bonus, this is a tough decision to make. Is he going to be on 3600? Obviously, that is a rifle and Kevlar. Oh, the flash comes through, but Croc very well prepared. Nice double from Croc. Angie as well, eliminating. Ooh, Croc pushing through. So prepared, Glock in hand. Can find Miner, and it is all on Goose, and it begs the question. Look, you've opted for the Deagle. You've invested in this weapon. $700 gone from the wallet, but what's he going to gain from it? Financially, Goose has got to get 3 kills to get the return on that investment. Obviously, the main idea is to upset the finances of their opponents, but the problem is Goose just so far out of the action, completely out of the round. In fact, he can't even make his way towards Murder Hole because the vent's not been broken. Slowly, we are going to be seeing the clear coming through from Croc. And that is ridiculous. Croc's gone from being 8 and 13 to 14 and 13 in the matter of 2 rounds. He gets that double in middle of the last. He gets a quad in this one. Obviously, it is against the eco, so it's nothing really to be kind of too happy about. But we talk about rounds like this being a real confidence booster. And for a player that clearly kind of plays heavily off confidence and can have a real ability shift just based off a couple rounds, this could be vital for Astralis Talent, because I think Angie's been doing quite a lot of the heavy lifting. Suma's had a lot of impact, but it has been that missing piece here for Astralis Talent in the form of Croc. But the fact he is stepping up now, this is where Wingman needs to be a little bit cautious. Things could get a little too over the top for them, a little bit scary. Now, Wingman, very limited utility. Only got 2 smokes, 1 molly, 2 flashes. And with 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock, this is going to be so tough. I think Wingman now, they've got to take a risk. They've got to take a gamble. Potentially try and take some space while silent. But the setup is brilliant for Astralis Talent. They drop the 2 smokes here. It's going to force Sher back towards jungle. The one positive, in fact, for Sher is the fact that Murder Hole's not been broken once again. This is very interesting. Wingman are kind of playing a little bit more towards the bomb sites. They're alleviating pressure from window. Finally, the vent has been broken. We've got a very deep position here from Lamp. Problem is, he can take this deep fight, he can take this deep position, but might not be able to find much with it. Speaking of players in deep positions, Kurt. Very nice here. Croc is he seems so aware. Plant to come through. Oh, it could be denied. Lamp is just going to be a little too late. And with Croc holding. Oh, Lamp's been on the flank for so long and he gets taken down. I think if you're Wingman here, you've just got to save. There is no benefit going for this round. You're never going to win it. 2 players are low. Completely off the bomb site here. Oh, timing is absolutely excellent. Oh, kick and find 2 through the smoke. What in the world have I just witnessed? And Wingman, they give up the round. They concede it. You know what? We're happy to let you have it. We'll keep 4 players alive. But no. Kerr is able to find 2 of them through that smoke. That is insane. What? I've got X-ray on and I can barely see him. I don't know how Croc was able to... Well, I'm so confused. But yeah, it goes from 4 survivors on a save for Wingman to just the 1. Upsetting there for Lamp. It's just the fact that Miner's making so many steps. Reaction time there from Croc is incredible. And it's exactly as I said. It's just the way that... It's just the way that Astralis Talent have kind of gone back into it. It's just a hard bite around these saved weapons. Ooh, nice from Croc here. Takes down the only weapon. Really tough one there.
When you are kind of that hero rifle, attempting to find that success is always so tough there.
Terrorists win.
As expected, Astralis Talent will find the round, and once again, it's another round where Astralis Talent, they're keeping plenty of players alive. Everyone above 10k. The finances are incredible. Attempt at the opener there. Not so successful, but this is the round of all rounds here. If we see a loss go the way for Wingman, I think this game could be done. Astralis Talent, they've got the buffer, they've got the finances, but it's a 4-on-3 with a low HP lanes. I think Wingman, the smart decision, you just go for the save. You cannot opt giving this one a crack. A loss could give up 12. The double AWP as well. Been dropped across. It seems like Wingman are going to give this one an attempt here, and this could be a very, very poor decision. As mentioned, a loss in this round should give 12 to Astralis Talent. Nice damage there onto Goose. And with that damage, we are going to be seeing a bit more restraint here from Wingman. Goose can't save, though. He gets the dink onto Sen. Sadly, if that was an AK within the hand of Goose, Sen goes down. And surviving becomes a possibility. And finally, Astralis Talent, they take the lead from what feels like the first time. Always been playing catch up within this game. And yeah, 6-round streak gives Astralis Talent the lead. And it's looking very similar to what we saw, obviously, on Inferno. It was kind of Wingman with the lead, Astralis Talent trying to claw their way back. But I'll be honest, Wingman, the pistol rounds have been successful. The mistakes on the force buy for Astralis have given them extra rounds. But the second the weaponry's been in play, Astralis Talent really overwhelmed, really look good here. With these players saving, though, it is the investment. But it's a similar kind of scenario, yet for Wingman, a loss here could be done. It could be over. And that's the scary prospect that they have to face off against. Molotov going to come through towards under. And will, in fact, extend Kit. Lanes is in a nice position for the first time. It seems like Astralis Talent are the ones that are being held back from middle, but Lanes tagged by the AWP, and Croc denies as well. We can just see Sen slowly get kind of forced back towards under. With his team in middle, though, he will creep back with him. Sume's been a really, really good player here, lurking towards Palace. He's currently being held by Lamp from Sandwich. Oh, the people here could be devastating. I'll be honest, the reaction time there from Angie wasn't perfect, but they've spotted him. Oh, they've spotted the player in Sandwich. Lamp to fall. Things go from bad to worse, and it's going to have to be a save attempt again. Surely they can't justify going for this. Obviously, the HP isn't perfect. Oh, they jumped out. As would have heard it. Sure fools. They needed to save everything, but Astralis talent going to find 12. We are going to be looking at this 2-0 now, surely. Important find from Goose. I think he realises now he's a bit up against it. I like it from Sen, the mobility straight into apartments he goes. Goose will get one more. I think he realises now, look, every time I get a pick, I've got to actually take the space to find it, but no. Not quick enough, Sen will find. And look, I think the whole of the Astralis talent roster could have gone down there. It didn't matter, the money is so good for the T's. Timing actually could have worked nicely for Lamp. Obviously they had that information, but he had the chance when that molly was thrown. But 12 found, no weapons saved, there's rifles, there's scouts in play. You look at it, both Miner and Goose on 19 kills, but the fact that Sher, Lamp and Lanes 10 or below, it's not good enough, it really isn't. And Croc, look at the step up that he's had. He's on 20 kills now with Ange and Suma just one behind. Aggression here towards Ramp. They're going silent. Oh, one player spotted, and Suma, he can back away unscathed. Realizing that Lamp might look to continue this aggression. Suma, the reposition is key. Lamp has just backed away though. But with the opening pick going their way, such an important kill for Lamp. Oh, but with Miner falling, that advantage once again goes back the way of Astralis talent. And it could just be this crunch towards the B-bomb site. It is. Oh, things can go from bad to worse here. Goose is completely alone. He's got no utility to work with. In fact, none of the CTs do. Oh, Kurt pushes through. He will find Lamp. Space is taken. It's all on Lanes. A 1 versus 4. This is just for survival. But he goes down to Croc. Croc with the 3K. Croc had such a bad start to this game. I think he was 7-14 or 8-14. He ends it 23-15. That is just absolutely incredible. That is insane. And Astralis talent, they're going to be waiting for the decision of that second series because they've done it 2-0. It's a 13-9 on map 1, 13-10 on map 2. But I think when you really look at it, it's the fact that in Mirage, it was 6 rounds given for Wingman from the pistol. On Inferno, it was 5. When you take him away, that's only 4 gun rounds out of the other 17 that were seen. But yeah, I think this is a very, very strong looking Astralis talent roster. I think Angie had a really good kind of performance on map number 2. Croc, incredible in both games. So I think definitely kind of my MVP, I guess you could say. I think Croc, really, really great performance. But look, there's still another series to be seen. It is that game. It's the Suspects versus Young Ninjas. And I think that game's going to be having a little bit more excitement. I feel like there was plenty of unknowns about this, obviously about this Wingman side. But as mentioned, the Suspects versus Young Ninjas. I'm excited for that game. I think both teams have shown true signs of success when it comes to their HLTV officials. But obviously what we will do before that series does commence, we are going to be jumping to a little bit of a prolonged break beforehand.
You look into your inventory and there's only... It's time to forget about this garbage. Here you will find everything to play with really cool skins. Open top cases. Upgrade dropped skins and turn your junk into a cool gun using the contract system. Every day, thousands of people upgrade their inventory with us. Hellcase.com. Look at yourself in a new way.
Do you have any unnecessary skins or want to sell them? Try SkinPlace. Visit the website, select the skins you want to use. Easily fill your Steam trade link. Make sure we offer good prices and choose a payment method. Hit the button and boom, instant cash. Safety. Low commissions. Instant